Hello viewers, welcome to our channel. Get ready to explore the top 10 scariest movies of 2023 as we dive into the darkest corners of cinema. Brace yourself for spine-chilling stories and terrifying effects. Lights off, popcorn ready, and let's begin our hair-raising journey through the year's most frightening films. Nope. 6 months after the death of his father in a ridiculous accident, his brother and sister, Oj and Emerald, are trying to keep the family business afloat. A ranch with horses for filming in movies and advertising.
Grandfather.
Things are going very badly. Some of the animals had to be sold, and OJ is already thinking of getting rid of the ranch when he suddenly notices a UFO in the vicinity. The guys see this as an opportunity to earn money and decide to shoot it at any cost.
They got word for that.
Yeah, nah. Yeah!
Infinity Pool. While staying at an isolated island resort, James, Alexander Skarsgård, and M, Cleopatra Coleman, are enjoying a perfect vacation of pristine beaches, exceptional staff, and soaking up the sun.
6 years for your second book. Is it coming out soon?
I'm working on it.
What do you do for money then?
You married rich.
I actually came here looking for inspiration.
But guided by the seductive and mysterious Gabby, Mia Goth, they venture outside the resort grounds and find themselves in a culture filled with violence, hedonism, and untold horror.
His death.
What did you say?
It looks just like her.
But I can take some blood.
You know, James, do you worry they got the wrong man?
Scream. Like the original movie 25 years ago, a cute teenage girl is at home alone when the phone rings. A man wants to play a game with her. With the threat of killing her best friend, Tara's forced to play along.
This isn't funny, Amber.
Would you like to play a game, Tara?
Doors unlocked.
She barely survives the Ghostface masked intruder's stabbing. He warns 2 other original victims, Sidney Prescott and Gail Weathers, about Ghostface being back.
I'm Sidney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
Later on in a bar, a guy provokes the friends and is later attacked outside in the parking lot by Ghostface. Sam receives a call from him at the hospital, and then he unsuccessfully attacks her.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Who is Ghostface? How many more must die? And as unsuspecting Dr. Cotter attempts to rationalize the dreadful delusions of the deeply disturbed young woman, hair-raising encounters with the unexplained cause the therapist to reconsider.
Having spent years trying to flee her own childhood trauma by working her fingers to the bone, compassionate psychiatrist Dr. Rose Cotter is used to treating the most damaged and vulnerable members of society.
You're going to die! You're going to die! You're going to...
Now she is losing her grip on reality.
I have to face it.
Can Rose deal with the ugly past and confront the smile, the unsettling grin of death?
I'm just really scared that something bad is going to happen. Rose.
Smile. Nervous about meeting the smug, wealthy friends of her rehabilitated girlfriend Sophie, timid newcomer B arrives late to a booze-addled, drug-fueled hurricane party at Board David's Georgian Greystone Manor House.
Who wants to play bodies, bodies, bodies?
So how do you play?
As the storm rages outside, the party gets started, and the group of spoiled Zoomers gathers around the host in the family mansion's luxurious drawing room to play a compelling find-the-killer murder mystery game with the lights off. But it's all fun and games until someone loses an eye.
Is that the lights?
And when one of the players ends up dead, mass hysteria takes over, and the petty, narcissistic backstabbers start to turn on each other.
Jordan, what are you doing?
I'm staying safe.
Really? Because it looks like you're grabbing a meat cleaver to go look for my boyfriend.
Now, cut off from the outside world, their lives depend on figuring out who's behind the frantic outburst of senseless, bloody violence.
That all you got, mother?
Bodies, bodies, bodies.
I brought something.
What is it?
However, as bitter rivalries flare up and old wounds reopen, how can David's self-absorbed guests survive the night?
So, did you figure out what you're dressing up as tomorrow?
He wants to dress up as a real guy who murdered 9 people last year.
Oh, you're not doing that.
It's just a costume.
Having risen from the dead, the clown maniac Art goes to the laundry, where he meets a girl who looks like him. Meanwhile, high school student Sienna is preparing for Halloween and making a costume based on a sketch of her recently deceased father.
No, I know when Jonathan's lying, okay? I could hear it in his voice. Something's wrong.
Although she can't wait to go to a party in the company of her friends, the girl begins to overcome an uneasy feeling, and for good reason.
All the way from Miles County, please welcome Art the Clown.
Art has also prepared for the holiday, made himself a weapon, and starts his favorite pastime, perverted murders. Terrifier 2.
What's up, sis?
I had the most beautiful dream. It was the perfect day. And all I could think about was how much I wanted to cut you all open and then climb inside your bodies so that we could stay one happy family.
Moving the action out of the woods and into the city, Evil Dead Rise tells a twisted tale of two estranged sisters, played by Sutherland and Sullivan, whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them into a primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. Mummy's with the maggots now. Evil Dead Rise. The 4 survivors of the latest Woodsboro massacre all moved to New York together to leave their hometown and its sad events behind.
This is long overdue.
What is this place?
A shrine.
While Tara, Jenna Ortega, Sam's sister, is annoyed by Sam's overprotective behavior, Sam, Melissa Barrera, is now being targeted online as the real culprit behind the most recent Woodsboro murders.
Maybe execute him.
However, when a series of brutal murders begins to occur, and the maniac leaves the masks of the previous ghost killers at each crime scene, the group finds itself in danger again.
Scream.
I hear you're a horror fan.
It's been said.
When Gemma suddenly becomes the caretaker of her orphaned 8-year-old niece, Katie, Gemma's unsure and unprepared to be a parent.
See them again.
Does she talk? Make her say something.
Stop! Don't! Megan! You should probably run.
Under intense pressure at work, Gemma decides to pair her M3 Jan prototype with Katie in an attempt to resolve both problems, a decision that will have unimaginable consequences.
Recalibrating response model. Megan! What's wrong with you? Don't worry, Katie. I won't let anything harm you. Ever again. It's nice to have a friend.
Inspired by the actual files of Father Gabriele Amorth, chief exorcist of the Vatican, the Pope's exorcist follows Amorth as he investigates a young boy's terrifying possession and ends up uncovering a centuries-old conspiracy the Vatican has desperately tried to keep hidden.
Whatever you do, you only do because God allows it.
Did he allow that?
My faith does not require defense.
The Pope's Exorcist.